2, 1.
Cool. Hi, everyone. Thank you for jumping on. Kim and I are very excited to talk to you tonight about our new 16 Weeks to Wellness program. And so I thought we'd just start by telling you a little bit about ourselves. Sarah's supposed to be on too, but she's dodged up her finger. She squished it in between two kettlebells at the gym. I can't even look, it's just gross. So she's in hospital right now getting that sorted out. So we're going to speak on her behalf for her portion. But basically, Kim is the girl that introduced me to nutrition 7 years ago. She's been literally, my guru, who introduced me to everything and was the catalyst for me really learning about health and nutrition, and it completely changed my life. And so very proud to work alongside her. So Kim is actually the founder of this program. She created it, a couple of years ago, and now we're working together as a collaborative to really just build on what Kim's put together and just make it, each time we run it, we just want it to be more and more value adding to our tribe, and just more and more awesome. We have great visions for this, and I'm very excited. So I'll hand you over to Kim, who can introduce herself. And I just love for you guys to really get a feel of who Kim is and what she's actually been able to do, because she's had an amazing transformation. And I know that you'll love her as much as I do. So Kimmy, tell us about yourself.
Thanks, Tam. Look, I'm a personal trainer. I talk all day to people, but when it comes to talking to a screen, I freak out. So I apologize for my nervousness that might come through the screen this evening, but I'm really grateful for you guys to be jumping on and tuning in and really making a decision to, I guess, open your heart space to maybe something that might really be an opportunity for you to start living a life that you really love. So I'm so grateful to work with Tam and obviously Sarah, who's our beautiful resident naturopath and nutritionist who's awaiting surgery on her finger at the moment, but we send her bulk energy and love as well. So I kind of wanted to share a little bit about my journey, and hopefully this might resonate with a few of you guys and really understand why I'm on such a mission to help so many women and their family and men change their lives on such a massive way. So I'm going to show you a little picture to kind of give you a little bit of a background of kind of where I've come from. So this is me, and this is also me. I'm sorry, I'm just going to try and move myself out of the little share screen here. So this was a photo taken about 11 years ago. I was on a holiday to Thailand, and I don't know how you guys feel that before you go on holidays, you want to feel super amazing and you try and, go on some kickstart of health and you're like, I want really great photos. This was probably a photo of me at my most unhealthiest and unhappiest part of my life. At this stage of my life, I had really tried everything and nothing was working. And the more I tried, the actual bigger I got. And I'm a person who loves people. And unfortunately, what started to happen is the girl that I presented in public and the girl behind closed doors became two different people. And I felt like I was really disconnected to myself. I couldn't give myself a command and keep it. I couldn't say, no, don't eat this food. And then I would eat it an hour later, maybe 5 minutes later, I just couldn't control myself. I felt out of control in my mindset. I was desperate, and I just, really wasn't living a life that I felt really good in. And I remember in particular this picture, guys, I managed a surf shop, and this was the first time ever, because I'd put on quite a lot of weight in this kind of year, that I couldn't actually fit the clothes that I was selling. And I remember, because I was wearing this Sea Folly bikini top and my pants, I remember walking in to Rebel Sport just before going on this holiday and buying myself a set of dumbbells. And I sort of said to myself, that's it. This is the time you're going to do it. This is the time you're going to change your life. And the shopping bag broke with the dumbbells out the bottom of it. And I just felt like such a loser in the car park. And I was just like, Kim, this is just not okay. But something changed inside of me when I realized that I had been working from a place and a heart space that was all wrong. So I went on this massive personal development journey with some of the best minds in Australia. One who's a doctor now, who wasn't at the time, and one who won actually Young Australian of the Year. And these guys really mentored me in my mental health. That then gave me enough momentum to start moving my body. And the movement of my body, because I could give myself a command, felt really good. But then what came to is I couldn't get much further because I would move and feel good, but I'd still eat the same amount of food that I was kind of working off. Am I alone here in this? But we all do it, right? So I just really couldn't make this shift until I got really down and into what I now call, my divine feminine and this spiritual nutrition and really what is the core foundation of the 16 weeks wellness program that I created based on the fact that I had tried everything and I really wanted to use all 4 pillars, the mindset and the spirituality, the movement and the play, then the nutritional and the biochemical, and then right into the connection and contribution. Like I was a big thinker with a big heart, and I felt like I wasn't contributing to my community because I was so miserable. I was tired and I was exhausted. So once I then got hold of this beautiful methodology on how to plate up and just a crazy amount of nutrients in my body that I could do simply, my whole world shifted. And you could sort of see from the photo, like there's a big 25 kilo difference. But the girl who was 25 kilos heavier still wanted the same thing that I want right now, which is the pure love and connection, the certainty and the joy space that comes from living my best life. So 16 Weeks to Wellness was created. It was something I did face-to-face when I became a personal trainer. And then we went on this crazy journey around Australia as an army wife I am. And I decided to go online. And it's just been something that I've just been doing. I've helped hundreds of families. I've done corporate events. But really is something that, has changed my world and continues to change my world. It's so simple, so easy. And we're right now one of the fastest growing online lifestyle programs that's happening. And that's all because, the ability, I guess, to be truthful and honest with my bullshit stories. I'm really good on calling bullshit. I'm really good at saying, oi, I know you're avoiding me because the mirror reflection is too much right now. Yeah. So you know that I'm either going to you're getting the mirror of your potential or you're going to run away from me because you're freaking scared right now because you're just like, this is too raw and too real. And this is blowing my brain that my potential is even so possible. And that's what we do. And so when I saw Tam struggling like I used to struggle, and she just started to ask some questions, I couldn't help but kind of share a little bit about what I do. And it's really hard, guys, for me to kind of put this into such a small little time frame. But Tam's going to kind of ask me some questions. We're going to share a few things so you can kind of get a bigger scope and idea of really how what a gift this program really can be if you decide to accept it, open it, and fully embrace it.
Yes, I love it. Do you see why I love working with this woman, guys? She's amazing. And I remember the girl on the left that Kim just showed the picture of. That's the girl I remember. That's the girl that I worked with in the surf shop. The girl that I used to run with. And so then fast forward a few years and we're both pregnant and I'm now on my 3rd kid and I'm exhausted, and here's this fit, energetic woman standing before me that's just literally dropped weight right before my eyes. It was never that I craved because I never really had issues with my weight, but it was that abundance of energy that Kim had managed to grasp in such a short space of time that I just went, what the hell? What have you done? And so I remember it's like burnt into my memory. One time I was in my Mount Lawley house. Kim had come over. I was pregnant. I was so tired. She was pregnant too, and very different from me. Kim's like, righto, kids, let's go play soccer. Out we go. I'm just like, mate, no way. Like, I'll watch. And so at the end of that, I just said, Kim, like, how have you done this? I'm literally dying. Like, how have you been able to make the changes that you've made? And she said, do you really want to know, Tam, or are you just asking? I was like, mate, I really want to know. Like, seriously, we're mates. You share that secret with me. And so she opened my cupboards, and I'm like real thrifty. I teach heaps of stuff on budgeting and how to eat, cheap but good. I'm like the queen of the budget. So she opened my cupboards, and there was like 200 cans of those chunky beef stews, those Heinz, like meat and veg, that sort of crap. And I really thought back then that was like a really nutritious meal, and that's all I had the energy for. I'd heat up a can of that crap. I'd maybe put some frozen peas in because more veggies, and then maybe I'd put it on some rice, and I would alternate between that, because right next to those black cans was like 200 cans of baked beans. Remember that, Kim? Literally my whole cupboard, baked beans, chunky beef stew. And so that was the diet that I fed my family. Everything was cooked in the microwave. And she opened these cupboards and said, the only difference between us, Tam, is that I eat real food now. I'm eating real food and you're eating dog food. I went, huh? Like, this baked beans, mate. This is good stuff. And what I came to understand after she just kind of hit me in the face with this obvious information was that everything that I ate came out of a packet, out of a can, or was cooked in the microwave. And then Kim reminded me recently of my fruit bowl, which now is like ginormous. Like, it's unlimited. If I run out of fruit, I'm straight to the shops. But before it was like, all right, one piece a day, got to ration that shit because we're on a budget here. And so now it's completely different, and I actually save money on my food. But the difference between my health now and what it was nutrients. I just didn't get any nutrients. And your body, as a 20-year-old, you can just, that's what we do. We've got all these reserves. We can party all night and whatever. And then as we get a bit older, suddenly we can't do that. And it's not because we're old. What I know now, it's because the body's just depleted of nutrients, and we've got to put them back in. And once you put nutrients back into your body, you come back to life. And so that was literally my catalyst. Him introduced me to this. And then I'm just one of those weirdos. I just get obsessed with stuff. Like, if the kids are in bed, I don't watch Netflix. I'm researching nutrition. I just love it, because the more I've learned and the more I've implemented in my life, the better I feel. And it's people go, oh, how do you have all this energy and how are you happy all the time? That's not true. I do get grouchy from time to time. But when you aren't tired, your life looks very different to when you've got to go nap at 1 o'clock every day. Like, literally the highlight of my day was when my kids were napping, which is super sad. If you think about it, super sad. So that was kind of my starting point that Kim had introduced me to. And I remember the other thing she did was open up my medicine cupboard, and I had not a whole heap because, we were on a budget. This stuff's expensive. But I had those like multivitamin type things, those vitamin C lollies, I thought they were like, immune system stuff. It's great. And she's like, the only other difference, Tam, is that I take a whole food concentrate now, and you eat lollies and you think that gives you health. And I went, what? Like, that was another thing that just blew my mind. And so then researching, well, how much of this stuff do I actually absorb into my cells? It's very, very little. And so that paired with my ability to just be able to slowly, it was such a slow process for me. Like, yes, I became obsessed with nutrition, and yes, I wanted to do everything, but I actually did it really, really slowly, and it was one small thing at a time. And so for me now, collaborating with Kim on this 16 weeks to wellness, this is literally, we've laid out in this round is the most detailed and comprehensive we've ever had. And each week we're giving you a different thing to focus on, because we know if we can get you to change one thing at a time, once you've got that one thing nailed, it doesn't become an effort. It becomes routine and it becomes habit. And if you can just imagine what your life might look like 4 months from now, when you've got these habits stacked on top of each other that are good and that are actually doing your health and your energy levels a service, you have a completely different life. And so that's literally the foundation of our program. So, Kimmy, do we want to run through maybe some of our modules of what we're going to talk about over the 16 weeks to wellness?
100%. And guys, I really want to reiterate right now, like, what I'm experiencing right now is the emotional revenue of watching a girlfriend shine. I've watched Tam blossom far beyond me. You know, she has become an expert in the other pillars that I'm an expert in the movement and play and this connection and contribution mindset. We're experts in all of them because we live and breathe this, but guys, this is why we do what we do. Like, when you can see a girlfriend change and see now how healthy her family is and now the impact she's making on a community, that's insane. Like, this is what we do. You know what I mean? We're women helping each other, and I'm just super, super grateful. So more pumped that, you know, I've been the key speaker for the last 3 years on this online program, and to have Tam come in now as a speaker this year has just been insane. You know, because Tam just specializes in application. She's like, apply. I'm going to like inspire you. I'm going to get that shift change. I'm going to get you feeling all uncomfy, but all like truth filled. And then I'm going to say, you got to move your body because we're going to change your physiology massive. Yeah, we're going to change it. And Tam's like, and you need to do this. This is your application. This is what you need to do. You need to be doing this, and this needs to be every single day. And it's going to be so simple. Yeah. So I want to welcome you guys into sharing. We've just created this. This is a fresh baby. She's hot off the press. And this is our 16-week online raw and real lifestyle education program. So this is where we come to you guys in 8 one-hour modules every 2 weeks, where we share some really important like lifestyle medicine foundations with you. This is basically, you know, Tam's 7 years, my 7 years, put together of everything that we've learned that makes the best success. This is trial and error at the best. I was coached by an international food coach on these methodologies, of which I'm like an expert and ambassador to this program as well, and same with Tam. So we're going to scroll down to, you can have a little bit of a look. It's a bit pretty. It's a bit nice. This is your course module. If you guys want this, we'll send this straight out to you guys so you can see. We've had some beautiful feedback over the last couple of years of people who have done it. If you're new to sort of hearing about it, these are our 4 pillars of health. You know, this is that lifestyle medicine. We've got the nutritional, the biochemical, the mindset and spirituality, movement and play, and our connection and contribution. And, you know, I just want to take a few seconds here just to read our mission, because it's really important that you guys connect to your why. Because if this resonates here, you know you're in the right place. Because remember, you're on the right bus, but maybe you're on the wrong seat. Yeah, you may just want to jump on a different seat. So our 4 pillars of health are the key elements to living in a body that is able to experience life at the highest level. Everything we experience in life comes from how we feel about ourselves and others. For optimal health, all nutrient requirements must be met, alongside taking adequate physical activity and experiencing emotional and social well-being. Our mission is to prevent lifestyle disease, helping people stop living so short and dying so long.
Why did you hurt her?
This is really the science of a heart-driven education. We just muted that one out. Gotta love it. This is how we do our business. So Tam, do you want to kind of run the crew through some of these 8 modules, and I'll just pick up some of the ones you don't grab, babe?
Yeah, cool. Yep. So we've really tried, like Kim said, she is amazing in like inspiring and motivating and getting you into your heart space. Yeah, I've had some conversations with Kim where I'm like squeamish because I don't want to hear this, but I really need to. And then I have a breakthrough. It's like a few months ago, I remember distinctly I was with Kim and Natalie Baldock, who's one of our other mentors. And I was having a breakdown. Do you remember, Kim? I was like fully like tears everywhere. And then after that, I had a breakthrough. So sometimes we really need to get raw and real to actually get to the crux of what the issues are, because most of us know what foods not to eat. This isn't really a program about, hey, cake's not that great for you. It's not really about that. It's the reason why we keep eating it, even though we know it's not great for us. So module 1, the biochemistry of lifestyle medicine. This is one that Sarah really specializes in too. So I wish she was on here to talk to you about it. But basically, what we want you to understand over this 16 weeks is, yes, getting into that heart space and finding out what it is that makes you tick and how to help you to get over that so that you can actually have the life that you want. But the biochemistry of lifestyle medicine, we actually, for me, to make the changes that I made, I've got one of those really analytical brains, and I needed to understand what was actually happening inside my body when I did certain things. So when I understood the biochemistry behind my food choices and behind my thinking, that really helped to stimulate and foster different changes for me, because I actually understood if I do this, this is going to happen. And if I don't sleep, well, now my cortisol is going through the roof. And if my cortisol is doing that, then I'm going to gain weight on my middle. Like, there's a whole process behind it. So module 1 is not to try and hit you with everything hard and fast, but just to introduce you to actually these concepts behind what is happening into your body and how to create, I guess, a disciplined approach to your eating. But this isn't a program where it's like all or nothing. We kind of have a bit of an 80-20 approach, don't we, Kim, where it's like you eat good 80% of the time, and then, 10 to 20% you can play and enjoy. So if you love your coffee or you want to have that piece of cake, mate, have it. It's about then the next day or the next meal, we reset and you go back to your meal plan that we have in this program that are all whole food based, dairy-free, sugar-free, gluten-free recipes. And we've got like thousands of them in there. So beyond belief, I really love this one, because I know for a lot of us, especially women, most of our clientele are women. And I guess because Kim and I, we really resonate with mums because we are mums. And it's really hard to sometimes get into that belief system when we have all of these blocks. And we often put ourselves last. We always put ourselves last as mothers. So, yeah, it's just delving into that, the behaviours that are driven by our belief systems and how we can maybe change those and foster more positive ways to foster change. Do you want to add anything to that one, Kimmy? Because that's one of your really good modules that you talk on.
I think it's really important for you guys to understand like how you love to learn. For Tam, she just said like she's quite analytical and she loves that sort of science. We really try and deliver these modules for all learning levels. Me, I'm a creator. I'm the creative. I'm the playful. I hear this stuff and I'm just like, excellent. I'm going to rip apart my pantry and start all over again. And then I fail because I go all or nothing. Yeah. So this is about getting you into those shifts of going, what is the real verbiage I need here? How do I really understand how my ego is playing at my changes and really playing to your strengths? So success leaves clues, and we really want to help you guys identify what you're already successful in and then use that strength to create change from a heart space rather than an ego space. Yeah. Because the ego is the one really saying, there's a quick fix, too good to be true. I'll just do it for this amount of time. If I don't get results, who cares? It wasn't worth it. I'm not good enough, pretty enough, smart enough, don't have enough resources. It's that enough space. And for me, this is what changed my whole world. When I really stepped into my heart and silenced that noise, oh my gosh, like it was the simplest, easiest thing. And in a coaching session this week with a beautiful lady, she said the same thing, that as soon as she got into the heart and out of that ego, you just take care of yourself. So beyond belief is definitely super close. And going to module 3, guys, you have the guts to be healthy. This is where we just talk about crap. It's like my favorite subject, and I just had some pretty epic, colonics a couple of weeks ago, which were amazing, which, you can take it or leave it if you want something shoved up your butt. But this is really important. So when I started this program, it was the biggest thing when I was being coached was I needed the nutrients, I needed the variety, I needed the rainbow, but I needed the probiotics to really get in there and change the whole ecology. I started fermenting foods and learned a world that, 7, nearly 8 years ago, no one was even talking about. It was illegal to do some of the fermenting that we were doing. So this is really the huge shift that changed my actual physical appearance. I went from a bloated little tummy, even though I was small and a trainer, to a 6-pack within a month, because I just took away that extra layer that was kind of holding me back in my digestive system. So this is a great one. Tam and Sarah hit you with the science. I'll hit you with the funnies. It's good.
And I love talking, when you understand how important your gut is, like the gut's talked about as being your second brain. I'm going to suggest it's your first brain. Like, it is so important. what you eat is literally what you become. And so that module is literally all about how to foster a really healthy gut microbiome. And between Kim and I, Kim was the eczema queen. Like, she couldn't eat anything and she would be bloated. I've had IBS. My son was head to toe in eczema as a baby. Like, we've really been through this. And Sarah, both of her kids have had digestive issues. So has she. I really love to educate you about how to get your guts right, which then leads us to module 4, is our diet and lifestyle on mental health. This is mental health, I think, for both of us. It's such an important part of the triangle. When you enter in on a program that's only talking about food and that's talking about calories in and calories out, and that's it, I would suggest you are literally destined to fail unless you can tap into some kind of mental health. For me, I suffered with anxiety 4 years ago. Pretty bad as well. And so really learning the psychology behind what's going on in my brain and how can I change that. There are things that you can do that literally change patterns in your brain that then you can reinforce to create an entirely new life. So this one's really about that. And the way we eat as well affects how we feel. And I think we all kind of know that, at least on a subconscious level. You eat crap, then you beat yourself up, and then you feel even crapper. So it's kind of about getting you out of the loop there. Do you want to say anything on that, Kim?
Yeah, this one, look, this is really close to home, and something I work very closely with people that I'm coaching through this program is my husband actually had a mental health diagnosis of bipolar, and he's been medication free now for over 10 years and actually reversed the diagnosis. And that has been done through lifestyle medicine. And we've then duplicated that through so many clients that this is just brilliant. This really gets you to understand what a food-induced depression actually feels like and how that mimics actual mental health, really how to change that lens and the questioning that needs to happen to free yourself of the actual belief systems, but then looking at the influences at the same time. So this is something that if this is an area where you feel there's some suffering, we're going to be really gentle and showing you just a whole bunch of education around change here, which is really good. Women's wellness and weight loss. That's what I do for a living. This is just cool. This is 101. I had no idea that micronutrition was plants. I had no idea that broccoli was a carb. This is a bit of the mind blowing. Get us up to date. Defunk all the garbage that's out there that's confusing everyone, and getting down into the nitty gritty of how to get your body to use fat effectively as fuel. I'm a fat adaptive athlete. I use fat as a fuel. Fat sources and fat fuel sources to run marathons and ultra marathons, and this is brilliant. This is a great way to sort of show people how to have a body that simply loses weight and keeps it off, which is really, really fun.
And then Sarah and I just delve into the mechanics behind what's happening. So we love to talk about that, which then leads into module 6, our human needs and performance. We all do things. We all need to get our needs met. We'll do things that meet our needs, even if we do them in a really negative way. And I realize now that that's what my anxiety was about, because it met every single one of my basic fundamental needs in a really negative way. So this module is about how to change those, learning how to change patterns of behavior, and also about your performance. So Kim, she'll take the reins on that. She's all about performance. And then fueling your family on a budget. For all of us in the tribe, like, this needs to be affordable or you're not going to do it. If you're stressed financially, doesn't matter how good the program is, if you feel like you can't afford it and all of these ingredients are too weird and, oh no, I've got to buy organic this or rubbish. I spend less now on a whole food plant-based diet than I ever did when I was feeding my family like canned packaged crap. And we eat really, really well. So I'm going to teach you how to do that, where to shop, where to buy it, and what you can swap for better choices that's cheap. So I love that. I literally get all tingly talking about that stuff. It's so fun. And then the future in our hands. Kimmy, do you want to talk about this one?
Yeah, look, this is why we're here. Without the future, what have we got? And this is really where we delve into the connection and contribution. And once you've created the cellular changes, you can't help but want to give back. And this is where you find change happening all over your life, you know, where I've got clients coming to me like, Kim, I just got a promotion at work, or Kim, I just helped someone, or I did this. And you start to realize that your interaction with other humans is based on your desire to now create and duplicate what you've experienced in your life, and you just can't help but want to share it. So this is just the simple things that kind of take you further. This is for the people that are really hungry for more. This is meeting your spiritual needs for growth, but then tying it all together as well. So we'll flick down to just a little bit about some of the resources that are a part of the tribe. Tam, did you want to have a chat about those?
Yeah, cool. So basically, within the tribe, just to explain what it is, our hub is on Facebook. It's a private Facebook group that we add you to, that we have files full of all of these resources that you get for free when you're in the tribe. We have videos for days where, like, I'll generally come on and I'll talk for 5 minutes on inflammation or oxidative stress or whatever. So anytime you can click on that and just kind of listen to the education. But the resources that we have available in the tribe currently is we have heaps of different ebooks. So all of my raw food recipe books, we've got Natalie Baldock's How to Plate Up, which is an amazing source. Literally, we've just had the updated edition released to us. And it's so good. This will literally give you pie graph visuals on how to structure your plate so that you're eating well all the time. We've got Kim's movement and playbook. So this is your exercise, and she's tailored it for beginners or people that aren't that sport savvy like me, right up to pro level, which is what she is, clearly. We've got our shred program in there. So as part of the 16 weeks to wellness, you get to do 4 shreds with us, which we've actually rebranded to be a kickstart. And that's just like a 10-day kind of intense shift in your eating where we eliminate certain things and we add other things in. We've got Kim, do you want to talk about your things that are in there? Your whole food medicine workshop and whatever else?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the resources, something, you know, you've got hundreds and hundreds of recipes in here. And I'll give you guys a quick little snippet if you guys want, the new How to Plate Up. And I guess, you know, I wanted to create recipes that were easy to use based on the methodology that I learned in these books. So that's where you get the blended love. We've got juice cleansers in there, 3-day juice cleansers, which are really recommend just to rest and digest your system, using whole foods as medicine. So really getting you guys to understand how to reduce that inflammation, trying to get more meat-free meals. And for us, that was massive, just to start meat-free Mondays and how that kicked into now meat-free Wednesday and Friday. And again, learning these skills helped us actually save money, be on a budget and be healthier, which is amazing. You know, a lot of people don't say that. They say that, you know, health is so expensive. I totally don't sort of see that as well. So we'll do a little sneak peek because we'll run out of time, Tam, but I thought let's just show them a little bit on the How to Plate Up. So this has just been released today. This isn't even out Australia-wide or internationally yet. Tam and I are experts in this, and so Sarah has endorsed this. So this is really exciting. So this is a brand new, this comes part of becoming a member. This is what has been printed and on my cupboards for so many years, and it's right now we walked out into the beautiful kitchen that we have. So there we have our beautiful Sarah Garipo. She's one of our tribees. Like this is one of our co-creators here, and we're so grateful to have her with us. And this is that methodology. This is really understanding that what is a protein, what is a plant-based carb, what is a good fat, all the way going through suggestions for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snacks, smoothies, a little bit of a plan. And you know, if you're starting and really want coaching with us, this is what we'll go through and sort of teach you how to make your own shopping lists. And this is so easy that my husband can do this, you know, and that's why we keep a good visual. So many beautiful recipes. I'll come through. I'll do a bit of a click, flick. How nice. Smashed avocado, seasoned winter porridge. So many smoothie recipes, all the way through to making, you know, fermented foods. And all of these come to you guys free with our program. How cool is that? All right, that's enough. Is that enough teasing? That's enough. No more.
So, look, entering the program, I guess you're all like, well, how the hell do we do it? Basically, what Kim and I have and Sarah tried to create here is something that's just, you've got so many resources available at your fingertips that we want you to succeed. And that's all that really matters to us. And so there are so many ways you can enter our tribe, depending on your budget and depending on what your needs are. So if you're, very budget sensitive, we've got a lot of single mums in our tribe that are like, look, I just need this to be affordable. I need all this. We'll give you all of these resources and everything that you need for as little as $11 a week. And that will also get you one of the most powerful antioxidant blends on the market, which is, we're using the Juice Plus concentrates, because after 7 years of food coaching, what I found, and this is why I went back to Juice Plus, I've been a customer of Juice Plus for 7 years. And after 6 years of food coaching, I went, why don't my clients get the same results that I got when I put them on food programs? Why? And the difference was, when I went back to the science behind Juice Plus, it is the most researched nutraceutical in the world, and it's entirely based on food. This is whole foods that we dehydrate, we take out the fiber, the sugar, and the water, and we put those nutrients into a capsule. So what we recommend as the foundation of our programming is you take those concentrated whole foods every single day, and gives you literally over 12,000 nutrients from food in your body. And I know if I don't take it, and I have so many of my girls in the tribe, they're like, mate, I forgot to take my Juice Plus for 2 days and I'm exhausted. I'm like, I know, because that's 2 days that your body didn't get 12,000 nutrients. Of course, you're going to be tired. So going back to entering the program, if the berry blend is where your budget's at, it's at $11 a week, you'll get about 4,000 nutrients. You'll get all of these resources. But where we see the most benefit and the best results is when we lay the 4-pillar approach to nutritional supplementation. So we recommend having a fruit concentrate, a vegetable concentrate, the berry concentrate, and the omega one. Together, they work on the 3 systems of health. The omega is for your reducing inflammation. And if I had more time, I'd really go through what that looks like, but I'll talk to you about it in the tribe when you're in there. So we want to really, what this does is scientifically proven to reduce inflammation and reduce oxidative stress. And that's literally the crux of, if you start to study preventative medicine and you start to look at what is the root cause, I don't care what your symptoms are. If you look at what the root cause of most diseases are, it's high levels of oxidation or oxidative stress, which is free radicals in your body, and high levels of inflammation because your omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is just way out of whack. So I know if I can get people's foundation right and I add nutrients in, it's so easy to help them with food. It is like a no-brainer once they've got nutrition in their body. So what Kim and I do now, we don't charge for any of this stuff we've created. We don't charge you for the modules. We don't charge you for the programs, nothing. All you're going to pay for is your whole food concentrates, and that's it. So Kim and I will do personalized health coaching, like one-on-one with you, for our premium customers. So if you want fruit, veg, berry, and omega in your body, we'll also give you more of our time and you'll get customized programs from us. But if your budget's at $11 a week, coming into our tribe, you'll still get everything that you need to succeed, because that's what we've designed. That's why we've literally spent thousands of hours of our life designing something that works, because that, to me, this is my life now. I've seen hundreds of people heal, hundreds of people get their lives back doing this, and that's why now I do what I do, and I love it. Every day that I get to go to work, which I'm like literally in my bed, sitting working from here, this is literally life-changing to so many of my customers, and this is the direction that I'm heading now. So do you want to add anything, Kim? I probably talk about it.
I love it, Tam, and you can hear the passion in your voice. And look, I just echo that. I've never seen anything make such an impact in my blood that these whole food concentrates have. And I've seen it in my blood. I've seen high inflammations from chronic sinusitis, because when I became a personal trainer, after discovering movement and play and how exciting it was, I oxidized my body so much because I couldn't get enough antioxidants in to reduce the stress that my body was going through. So that's how I sort of started on our whole food concentrates. And after a year having a baby, I went and got my bloods done because I thought I'd be really fancy and get some science. And the Hemaview blood screening was off the chart. So on a cellular health chart, I was actually from 0 to 10, I was 11.5. which was the size of my mitochondria, the size of my battery, my cellular health, my fluid, my balance was just insane, to the point where the naturopath was like, what are you on? And I happily said that, I doubled up. So I actually went 25,000 nutrients a day, some for me, some for baby, for the sort of last 9 months and beyond. And that really made such an impact on my life, and really enabled me to be a working stay-at-home mum, and it has allowed me to sort of work in this community. So this is just a massive wellness collaboration, guys. I've just never found anything that makes an impact. And this gives us permission to love on you. If you accept the gift and open it, then you're in our world. Watch out. This is where we come and just, we love. That's what we do. It's infectious, and you're going to want to hide, but that's all right. We're going to say, wait, where are you? What are you doing? So would really love you guys to, if you have any questions, hold on, have a chat. But we'd love to see you guys join our next 16 Weeks of Wellness. It's going to take you all the way through to Christmas. We're going to have 4 amazing Kickstart, Nourish to Flourishes, which I've been doing all year and my body feels amazing for, and I can't wait for Monday. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Thank you, Tam, for your amazing passion and contribution always. I absolutely love it. And again, big love to Sarah right now as she fixes her broken finger. Cool.
Thanks, Kimmy, and thanks, guys. If we can stay on and answer any questions if you like, or you can message us later. I know it's sort of a lot to take in, and if you want a copy of what Kim just showed you, that outlines our modules and everything that this program's about, just let us know. We'll send you that PDF. And yeah, if you need any help, just let us know. That we love this stuff. I can talk about it all day long. Lose my voice routinely because I talk too much now. I love it. So yeah, that's it. Maybe we'll end the recording, Kim, and if anyone wants to ask questions, you are welcome to. We can be on as long as you need.
Cool. Thanks, Tam.